mouth already? Okay, watch mommy do it. Watch.
I'm no toothbrush. I'm no toothbrush. I don't want.
Come here. Where'd brother go? Moses, come on. Look, leave Papa alone. He's got to study. Come on. I will. I have their number down. Ready? Come on, let's go. Alright, Granny. I will, because I'm going to see, because I'm going to see if I can do it later. I don't think it is.
Okay, so we have to do what now? I think we got enough street walking.
The beginning of my day starts with, I wake up at around 5:45, 6:30ish, whenever I wake up. And then from then I get ready, and then I wake them up and make their breakfast, put them in their high chair, fix them breakfast, and then get them ready. And then I get them, after I get them in their high chair, I get them dressed, and then we start walking out the door to the bus stop. And then from the bus stop we go to another bus stop, and then we finally walk to school. And then from there, from school, I drop them off at Pace, which is the daycare at DeWolf. And then after Pace, I go to my classes, and then at around 11:20, I get out of my third period class and walk to City College campus, Fresno City, and I take a class there. And then from there, I come back to school at about 1:20ish, and then I go to another period here at the Wolf, and then from there I go pick up my kids and go home, get on 2 buses to go home. And then I make dinner and give the kids a bath after they eat, and then put them to bed, and then I have homework time. It's kind of rough. I do it by myself, but I have to put them as a priority and my schooling as a priority, so I don't really have a social life except Teen Mom Group. I live with my god-grandparents. They took me in about a year and a half ago, and it's got its ups and downs because they're old school and I'm new school, so it's got its up and down. I'm so grateful for them. My grandfather's a pastor, and he's pastor's wife, so they're very into the word, and my walk is not so straight all the time because I swerve a little bit, and so I'm trying to get straight, and it's just hard because they're old school and I'm trying to adjust to that. My mom abandoned me when I was 6, and I went to go find her when I was 15, and I found her by the Pavarello house, and she's in my life still, but she was a drug addict, a fighter, always locked up. And my dad disowned me when I was 15 because I got pregnant. And so my dad no longer talks to me. My dad, he just doesn't want to be in my life. He's remarried and has kids of his own. And so I ran away with my kids because it was a bad environment for them. And I thought I was doing the best thing by trying to get out. And CPS called and I didn't have nowhere to go. And so the last resort was to call my god-grandparents. And they took me in. I went to the teen parent conference 2 years ago that they held at the Radisson. I was really early, and Jenny was one of the first people I ran into. And I'm crying, and she introduced me to her program. She gave me her card. And I was like, okay. And she's like, if you ever need Pampers or anything. And I was like, okay. And I'm struggling a lot when I'm living with my mom because my mom is into stuff that I didn't want my kids around, but that was the only place I could go. And I called her, and she brought Pampers for me, and then she gave me the card that says, oh, we have group at this time. And this is when they were at North Point and New Cub. And I started going to both groups. And ever since then, I haven't stopped. I came every single week. Jenny, Kara, and Cheryl are the closest ones to me right now. And Jenny's been there since day one. And I mean, if I ever need anything, I know I can call them, and I've never had that kind of support. So having that support in my life has been really big because I haven't. I've made lifelong friendships. I hate to cry. I made lifelong friendships at Teen Mom Group, and a lot of the girls that I've made friendships with, we come every week, and we just share about our week. We have play dates. We go, and we're like a family there. Older women that we can call and say, what do we do? You guys have went through this stage already. And with Jenny, Kara, and Cheryl, we can all do that. We can call and say, hey, I'm stressing out. What do I do? Because I know I've made plenty of calls to Jenny saying, I'm going to throw this baby. I don't know what to do. And she'll just talk me through it and just pray with me. And it became a big, important... Teen Mom is one of the greatest things in my life right now besides my kids and school. My walk became so strong at camp. I don't know, I had just a total change. Now my walk, from when I used to be to now, has completely changed. And I know a lot of people always tell me, oh, well, you're not who you used to be, and you've changed a lot. And it makes me happy because I know that God has changed me, and because I got baptized coming up just a year ago. To be honest, it's just John 3:16. That's what stays with me because it's the easiest one I know, and I know that if I keep that, like, I know God's going to be able to work through me, and I'm not going to be forgotten, and that He would have died just for me if it was just me here. And that means a lot because I didn't feel like anybody else would do anything else for me because I've been abandoned so much that I didn't know somebody would love me that much. So I've stayed with her, and when I'm going through stuff, I'll stay at her house for a couple days or so, and she's really like a second mom, and I don't know what I'd do without her in my life because she's a big person. She supported me, like the first time I seen her, she was there for me to cry on her shoulder, and like if I'm going through something, she'll try to help me. Or if I'm so stressed out, she'll just be like, well, let's go out to lunch. Let's talk about it.
We love on them. We meet needs when we see them and when we can. And we share Jesus just by being in their lives and sharing our lives with them. And we love these mamas, and we love their babies. We spend a lot of time together. It's awesome.
Okay. You're awesome.
Well, so it is 8:50.
Me and my baby's dad, we I met him when I was 14, and I was homeless at my stepmom kept kicking me out, and so I was homeless and I was living at a park in Clovis, and he would bring blankets and pillows and stuff. And so I fell in love with him. We were together for 3 years. He cheated on me over and over and over again and got 2 other girls pregnant, and they got abortions. He was really abusive and with his words, his hands, everything. And I was young and in love, so I kept going back to him, and this is my baby's dad, I love him, and I can't lose him. And he kept threatening me, saying he's going to burn my house down with my kids in it, me and my kids in it and stuff. And just kept beating on me and stuff. And then he got locked up at county jail because I was 15, he was 21 when I got pregnant. And he got locked up for something else. And he got married while he was incarcerated at county. I filed a restraining order because his wife kept calling me and telling me, well, I'm going to get custody of my stepsons. My husband loves him and I loves his kids or whatever. And she would call me and it would hurt so bad, because how is it some lady telling me that she's going to get custody of my kids, calling her her stepsons when you've never done anything for them? So I went and I talked to somebody. I talked to the dispatcher on 911 non-emergency. She goes, well, go get a restraining order if you're scared and stuff. So I went to go get a restraining order, and the judge gave me full sole legal and everything custody with the 5-year restraining order. So now it's just me and my kids, and we're all good.
I'm faster than you.
Yes, you do. Look at. Oh, okay.